Happy New Day. It's a great day to be live. Today is June the 5th, 2020. What a great day to be live. Actually, today is the day of new moon, right? The full moon. Today is the day of the full moon. Actually, it's the strawberry full moon. So I'm so grateful. I think it's strawberry pink full moon. And today is a great day to be live. I am Yanis, the Oracle of Love and Free Will. It is a great day to be live. Happy New Day to you on this Friday. Happy Manifesting Friday. So grateful to be able to just be here. To be continue to be able to be this platform to be used to bring enlightenment to the masses. And I'm grateful for all of those that are on this spiritual awakening and that are reaching enlightenment, that are becoming conscious. And so I am here for that. And so I actually thought I was going to read a psalm. And I don't usually bring my Bible with me, but when I opened it up, it wasn't the Psalms that I was going to read. And so in the book of Job, this chapter spoke out to me, so I'm going to read it. It says, then said, I'm going to read it just like it is. I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm not going to take anything away from it. Then said the Lord, answered Job out of the whirlwind, and said, who is that darkeneth counsel by word, without knowledge? Gird up now thy loin like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thy me. Where was thy when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding or understanding, who has laid the measures thereof? If thou knowest, or who has stretched the lines upon it? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened, or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy, or who shut up the sea with doors, when it broke forth as if it had issues out of the womb? When I made the clouds, the garments thereof, and thick darkness, a swallowing brand for it, and broke up for it my decree, placed and set bars and doors, and said, hereto shall thy come, but no further, and where shall the proud wave be stayed? Has thy commanded the morning since the day, and caused the day spring to know his place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it, that the wicked might be shaken out of it? It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment, and from the wicked their light is withholden, and the high arm shall be broken. Hast thou entered into the spring of the sea, or hast thou walked into the stretch of the depth? Have the gates of death been opened unto thee, or has seen the doors of the shadow of death? Hast thou perceived the bread of the earth? Declare if thou knowest it. Where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? That thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that thou shouldest know the path to the house thereof. Knowest thou it, because thou was then burned, or because the number of the day is great? Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow, or hast thou seen the treasures of the hill, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war? By what way is the light parted, which scattered the east, which wind upon the earth? Who has divided its water course, Happy New Day, for the overflowing of the waters, or a way for lightning of thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth, where no man is, on the wilderness, wherein there is no man, to satisfy the desolate, and asking to tight, let me put it back on, waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth. Has the man of rain? Has the rain a father, or who has begotten the drops of dew? Out of whose womb came the ice, and or hooray frost of heaven, who had engendered it. The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Can Stai bind the sweet influence of Pleiades? See, I didn't even know this was in here. I just open it up. So this is very powerful. Can Stai bind the sweet influence of Pleiades? That's a planet. Or loose the bands of Orion? Can Stai bring forth Mazzaroth into his season? Or can Stai guide Arcturus with his sons? Knowest Stai the audience of heaven? Can Stai set the dominion thereof in the earth? Can Stai lift up the voice to the clouds, that abundance of waters may cover thee? Can Stai send lightning, that they may go and say unto thee, here we are? Who hath put wisdom in the inward part? Or who hath given understanding to the heart? Who can number the clouds in wisdom? Or who can stay the bottles thereof of heaven? When the dust groweth into hardness, and the cloud cleave fast together, will thou hunt the prey for the lion, or feel the appetite of the young lion? When they couch in their dens, and abide in the covert to lie in the way, who provided for the raven and food? When his young ones cry unto God, thou wonders for lack of meat. And that was Job 38. And this is perfect for what Creator has given me, because yesterday the light codes that I was receiving, and those that was on my live yesterday afternoon can bear witness to what about Kobe and George Floyd. And so if you didn't get that live, you didn't see it, I encourage you to go back and see the live, the afternoon live. You can see the one, actually you need to see them all, because everything that's happening is pertaining to our awakening, us reaching our higher consciousness, and how George Floyd is in this, and Kobe Bryant is also with the light code, recapping about the coronavirus, the place that he was buried, the Corona Del Mar neighbor area. And when I was driving in today, and still light codes was coming, and one vehicle went past me, and the vehicle had on it GG. And I said, okay, I'm hearing and I'm seeing as well. And then when I was sharing the light codes that were given to me about Gigi, and about the two daughters, and about how both of the daughters was wealthy. Well, one was wealthy and the other one is wealthy, will be wealthy. Might as well say she's wealthy. And then on my live, one of the brothers, Issa, put in the in the box down there that there was a donation for $2 million that was given for her college. And so this is going hand in hand. And so after I got off my live, this is when I went back and see if anybody had anything that, they wanted to share with me. And so with me seeing that, and so I heard someone say on one of their YouTube channels that Kanye and Kobe, I think Kanye was not, Kobe was teaching Kobe was teaching Kanye in something. I don't know what it was, but anyway, they were connected together. And so I feel this is symbolic, because the one that gave the donation was Kanye. Yeah, Kanye. I think it's, Kanye. Was this one that's married to the Kardashian? Yeah. And it was $2 million. So how this again, that's another connection. And because you're going to hear this recording that from one of the ladies that Campson, and that I came across her teaching about Kanye West, Kobe, and coronavirus. So when I was driving in, it was like, okay, in my car, and talking about the gematria, how the coronavirus, all of it is having to do with us, the shut in or the lock in. Then you're going to hear from the other brother, Dr. Phil Valentine. And so I'm going to do something different that I haven't done before. So you're going to be hearing on, I'm going to play this recording, and then I'm going to come back, because all of this is going to line up. And also on the gematria, it was talking about Kobe was 41, and it talked about power of 41, and then it talked about in here it talked about in here of how Kanye was saying that basically on the gematria, it was talking about something about him and the Messiah. Remember that he's saying that something about he was conscious, but he basically he was saying that he was Jesus, the Messiah, and Jesus is actually justice. So in this today is going to be a total different live today, and so therefore you're going to have to really listen. You're not going to see me do a lot. I may come back in and do some talking, but this is very important. This information came from Campson Remnant Gathering. You can connect on her YouTube channel. You can also connect Dr. Phil Valentine. I think it's Sirius. I'm the Sirius something. But anyway, I need to share this with you because it is very important. So here we go. It's talking about NASA. It's actually talking about what's going on above us. And I think this connects us with having the, at this time they're trying to go up into space, and what they're trying to go up there is talking about the Earth. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit, and here we go.
Look at what they
Y'all can hear it.
AR2755. The sunspot is inset in this magnetic map from NASA's Solar Dynamic Observatory. Why is AR2755 significant? What the hell does it have to do with Kanye West claiming that basically Jesus is king, and we know that he called himself Yah, so he's basically saying that he's Jesus and Jesus is king. Well, you are about to see why the name that they gave this sunspot connects to the sun or the soul. This is the Solomon's temple, the temple, our body, the soul, the second sun, the solar plexus. This is your inner sun. The Christ consciousness is not about the Jesus character. It's more so about Christ consciousness. And I thought it was really, I don't know, it just really stood out to me, these combination of letters and numbers that Kanye West decided to choose. I also just realized that his shirt was purple and yellow in this interview. So this is another connection to Kobe and the violet flame, and the yellow as well, which is the solar plexus. Now, based on a dream I had in 2012, it made me remember this. People wanted to know what the AR-1331 was, and someone said that it was a code assigned to a Detroit gospel single, so basically to a vinyl record. And this is the original Glorious Church of God in Christ. You see the vinyl record, you see what color he chose for it to be, and you see this number, which is very similar to the number of the new sunspot. Now, when I looked up 1331, it led me to a place in Arkansas called Jerusalem. Yeah. So here's another connection with Christ or Christ consciousness and Jerusalem. You know all the stories about Jesus and Jerusalem. I also found it interesting that 1331 in Gematria represents Christ's entries on Gematrix. It also represents Jesus the Messiah. And there were a few other things, and you are more than welcome to go and look at the Gematria calculator for yourself. So here is a still from the video that I did many years ago, probably about 8 years ago. And in this dream, the angel came to get me and a few other chosen people, took us out to this very wooded area, and was teaching us to understand the planets and being able to discern the times that we're in. And he said the east spinning planet is like a vital.
Okay, you see right there. And see what I read, my intention was to read a psalm. And so what I did, when I opened the Bible, the first place it opened up was the book of Job. And it was Job chapter 38. And so in this chapter, it pointed out, verse number 31, canst thou bind the sweet influence of Pleiades, which is a planet? I loose the bands of Orion's. We talk about Orion's belt. Canst thou bring forth Mazareth in his season? Or canst thou guide Arcturus? So all of these are planets. So this is lining up, y'all. This is more deeper than what we have actually, with all the protests and stuff. Yes, all of this is going on, but there is a stronger, more motive behind all of this that's going on, because it's having to do with us reaching higher consciousness, and with us reaching higher consciousness, remaining focused, because according to the universal laws, remaining focused, remaining balanced, being grounded to the earth, being connected to Mother Earth, Ashe to Mother Earth, Ashe to the universe, Ashe to our ancestors, Ashe to you, for joining this live, if I didn't say it already. It is also helping us to understand what's going on around us, and that we must remain focused. We can't, for me, I know that we can't choose sides. We have to remain focused, because with what's been going on, having to try to keep everybody in a low vibration of fear, and fear has a way of controlling everything that you do. The energy have a way of controlling everything that you do. If you have fear, you can't really do anything. You are open to all types of entities enter into your body. And so with that, I'm saying that the whole tactic behind this is fear. And so with fear, your whole armor, or what we call armor, your whole entire avatar is broken down to where you're open to what, I guess that's why they gave me walk in. I guess that's why I know that's why they gave me the walk in. I know that's why they gave me the movie Ghost, where if you haven't seen the movie Ghost, where Whoopi Goldberg is in it, and then she allowed the guy's soul or spirit to use her body to communicate with his girlfriend or his wife. Then they gave me Trading Places. And so with that happening, and then with these portals are open, I know this is reference to that. And then they gave me yesterday about Kobe, and then how George Floyd, and how all of this is connecting. And so I had to get on here. And share with y'all. And so it all lining up. I'm going to keep on. I'm going to play. She's going to talk even more about this dream that she had. And so it's going to give confirmation. What I'm receiving now is confirmation of everything that the light codes that were given to me. I'm receiving confirmation, and I'm allowing y'all to hear the confirmation, because I got on here yesterday and I shared it all with y'all. So this is going to bring confirmation. And then what she's sharing, someone else is going to bring more confirmation. Dr. Phil Valentine.
Record, and it plays a sound, and all of the sounds combined have a harmony, and they make a song. And he said, when that song ends, we will cease to be. Then the old world will pass away and a new world will come. It was really interesting that the way I interpreted that dream was, I was a worshiper, but I was a part of a group of remnants that was being gathered, and the purpose of us being gathered was to be measured. So as this angel was teaching us how to measure and discern the times that we are in, we as a collective awakening were also being gathered, and we were being measured. So this means that we are being tested, okay? We're being measured to see how awakened we really are and how much we desire the truth, and to be able to return to our higher selves and from the fallen state that we have all been in. It was really beautiful to come across Phil Valentine and have him confirm a lot of these things that I had no proof for, which is why I didn't post the information. So check this out. And y'all can check this out on Serious Times Media. This is not
Serious
my
Time
content.
Media,
I'm not
that's
on the
what it
rights to
is.
this content or anything like that. So be sure to check out that channel. Oh, and in the process of finding this video, I started to have a lot of weird glitches in my phone. And whenever that happens, especially if you know that you're a targeted individual, you're like, shit, I must be on to something. So I'm going to show you the glitch, and then you listen to Phil Valentine.
Magic was there. The magic is gone. There's a new magic. Magic of the mind. We don't need to use the lesser magic anymore.
So y'all pay attention to this. Listen closely to what Dr. Phil Valentine is bringing forth. It's going to show you why we had to be locked in the home, in the house. He's going to really break it down. And he's got Reverend Dr. Phil Valentine.
Lower frequency bands, which thought has been programmed and become addicted to. And so, interference with the flow of isness, which carries within it the organic light codes by which we may reconfigure our atoms, our molecules, our genes, and our DNA, has prevented the vast majority of present-day humanity from experiencing the full benefits of the shift. Now,
having to do with the shift,
the many and diverse methods used by the beasthood to maintain our lockdown, what are some of the things to watch with reference to the star grid continuum? And I put this down simply because there are those amongst you intellectually inclined who want to know the technology of what is happening to our planet and where we are going. After that, we're going to take some time and start to break this thing down, diagram it piece by piece with the little time, hopefully with the time that I do have left, I will cover everything that I had actually slated to do. The celestial neighborhood that we live in is truly becoming crowded. Brothers and sisters, constellations are codifiers, and their shape dictates their influence. The Great Bear, Alpha Draconis, Orion, the Big and Little Dippers, Lyra, all of these stars.
Okay, you heard me read in the book of Job, chapter 38. And it's the planet, one of the planet was Orion. You just heard him say Orion, getting confirmation.
Our grids are light portals projecting obsolete linear astrosophic geometries that have forced men to give homage, praise, and attention to the lower template energies of the heavens. This is for all the people studying astrology. Those constellations won't be within our reference point much longer. Let me say that again. The Great Bear, Alpha Draconis, Lyra, Orion, Sirius. All of these star grids are light portals projecting obsolete linear astrosophic geometries that have forced men to give homage, praise, and attention to the lower template energies of the heavens. These light stations surrounding us keep us locked down in what was consciousness. They govern the fallen chemistries of our present-day physical universe. At this very moment, our solar system is moving out of the 666 harmonic programming that binds our cellular agreement and keeps us trapped in a light code frequency distortion of ourselves. In fact, the last time these many star grid clusters appeared in the heavens.
Okay, he said something very important in there about 666 harmonic programming. We know that in there it says 666 actually is the number of man. And so he's decoding, letting us know about the 666. It is the harmonic programming in the planet.
Heavens was in the times of Atlantis and Lemuria some 2 to 3 million years ago. This is why artifacts dated at over 1 million years, like the star map dated 4 to 6 million years ago.
Okay, Atlantis and Lemuria. 2 times I had a dream. 2 dreams that I had. It was the 2 times I had a past, not dreams, but past life regression. One I was in Atlantis, Lemuria, and where I saw myself as being one that looked after the crystals, and people came to me. So here's another confirmation. They came for me for crystals for healing. Okay, the other scene I saw myself was in like a native place, to where I was one that with the earth and the herbs and things from the earth, and people came to me for healing, and I told them what plants and things to use for healing. So again, there's another confirmation.
That was found up in Russia, or the skull dated 7 million years, are all now suddenly surfacing. More evidence that this entire planet is actually the remnant of Atlantis. Let me say that again. Structure, and 9 more without its structure. There are 12 meridians within our Earth. All.
Did y'all hear him? That this planet is the remnant of Atlantis.
Of which are interconnected to the so-called 12 signs of the zodiac, the 12 star stations, all connected to our new threshold of awareness. This human vehicle has 12 awareness meridians of light, all of which are connected to what we call the crystalline seed, or the first eye. All 36 meridians, all these 36 energies are interlaced to create an overtone that synchronizes us with higher star grid system programmings. In fact, by August 12th, 2003, the Jason Society is going to conduct a dimension blending experiment. Let me say that again. A dimension blending experiment, a top secret military operation that is like the Philadelphia experiment. The regressives of the construct want to use the appearance of certain star systems and alignments to create a rift in the space-time that will connect with space-time breaches made during the 1940s and the 1980s in the time travel experiments at Philadelphia, Montauk, and in New Jersey. This is a cloak device where large numbers of spaceships will be flown into underground bases. Some of you may be seeing them right now. They will cause a fleet to exist in 3 different time intervals. This fleet will exist in 3 different time intervals so that the technology of each fleet, they carry certain technologies in each fleet to be broadcasted through EM pulses, triangulating what is known as a frequency fence. The frequency fence is an umbrella of distorted energies that will surround our planet and lock down the souls unfortunate enough to be trapped within its influence. Out of the Earth's continental shifts, a huge land bridge will rise up out of the Pacific Ocean, and a huge land bridge will also rise out of the Atlantic by the equator. Our sun system and our solar system is hurtling towards new star grids in our galactic consciousness continuum. At the very tip of this thrust is an electromagnetic null zone. We will be picked up by the new grid-like gravities, and our star system will be repositioned within a different vibrating dimension within our consciousness hologram. And this is all happening very rapidly, brothers and sisters. This is why astronomers and other scientists just cannot keep up with their discoveries of vast new planetary systems. How many people have been looking at the very tip of this thrust is an electromagnetic null zone. We will be picked up by the new grid-like gravities, and our star system will be repositioned within a different vibrating dimension within our consciousness hologram. And
so you can see, this is why they want us to stay in a low vibration state, vibration, because with the system shifting into a new shift of consciousness, of reaching higher consciousness, if we are made to stay in that low vibration, we will not be in the area of the new of consciousness, higher consciousness, to receive that. I call it upgrade, returning to our God state of awakening. So this is why, for me, with what they're doing with our corona, friend, the corona, not corona, with the chemtrails, with the different distractions, poison the food, all of this fluoride in the water, all of this is targeted for attack on our corona, which is also our aura, which is also the pineal gland, which is also the corona. Then there's the corona around the sun. So this is all a part of what they're doing to keep us from reaching higher consciousness. And so the shift has begun. The shift is happening. And so they're still trying to keep us from reaching higher consciousness. And so they threw out the coronavirus. The coronavirus is what they're a virus that attacks the aura, your aura, or it attacks your all of your pineal gland. It attacks that, so and you will remain in a low vibration state of mind. So let's keep going.
This is all happening very rapidly, brothers and sisters. This is why astronomers and other scientists just cannot keep up with their discoveries of vast new planetary systems. How many people have been looking at the news and found out that